This one's a rough one, brother. It's a rough one. I'm a little nervous about cooking beef ribs because I've never cooked them before. Even though I own a rib shack, I only cook pork ribs. The texture's gonna be different, the cook time's gonna be different. I don't wanna go sweet on these ribs. This is beef ribs, we're gonna go on a beef flavor. This rub right here's got some paprika, some onion powder, chili powder, some garlic pepper, some white sugar in there, and we actually got some brown sugar.
We want Myron's tongue to start going into seizures. We want his tongue to come out of his mouth and just start shaking, just because you know what, our stuff is so good, he's just like, bam!
We want Leanne to wonder, what does their food taste like?
Oh, we know.
Don't be scared, Dee. We can take it, we're big boys.
Yes, we know.
Oh, there you go. Hit us where it's obvious.
Every time we go to a competition, we always find one person we want to beat. And I think we've done that today.
Man, that make a bulldog break a chain right there now.
This is our sweet with a little bit of heat rub, which has 13 dry ingredients. It goes very, very well with the beef ribs. The flavor profile is kind of in between a sweet and a spicy because I'm trying to appeal to all of the judges' tastes. This is pretty risky, but I just want to make sure that I'm covered.
Let's get it warm.
Okay. What I got here, this is a veal stock. It's a little Dijon mustard, cider vinegar, and there's a little bit of butter in it. That's why we're getting it hot, so I can paint it.
The flavor profile of my ribs, it's all for my personal taste. I'm not catering to a judge.
What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna layer some flavors on here. First thing is gonna be this paint.
I really dislike having to cook what everybody else cooks. You gotta make it how you want it to taste.
I got 2 different rubs I'm gonna put on. You know, you got 3 or 4 different levels of flavor before we even put it in the cooker. I think my ribs will be between 4 and 6 hours. I think I might go 250, because that's what we're running the ham at.
Is this all that's left?
This is it.
These beef ribs, I'm gonna cook them for about 4 hours at about 250 degrees. Even though they're not what we're used to cooking, they are ribs. So I'm feeling pretty confident in this.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay these in. Probably over here is like 225, and that's really what I want the beef back ribs to cook at for probably around 4 hours. I've done a lot of beef ribs just because of my restaurant. I know how to put out a perfect beef rib. I feel pretty good right now.